Alright, chapter 2 of the Invisible Doctrine. Why can't people get jobs? Is it because they're lazy? Why have people maxed out their credit cards? Is it because they're stupid? Why are lots of children fat? Is it because all parents are crap? Well, it is according to neoliberalism. Neoliberalism is a political philosophy that suggests that people are naturally competitive and greedy and selfish, and that's a good thing. And the reason that's a good thing is because if you let the people just carry on in a free market with no government interference, then all the really smart, competent people will rise to the top and get rich, and all the feckless idiots, i.e. most of us, right, will be okay as well, because all the money that the rich create will trickle down. That's the idea. A government, according to neoliberalism, has one job, and that's to make sure that the entrepreneurs, the good people, the smart people have no obstacle to making as much money as possible, because of course that money will trickle down. That's bullshit, by the way, because the GDP per head in the UK is about as high as it's ever been on record. In 2020 to 2022, the median household wealth was about 297,000, which I bet is more than most people, right? That's because most of that money is concentrated up here. What neoliberalism has done is allowed the rich to get much, much richer and everyone else to get much, much poorer and create a lot of inequality. That's not meant to happen because of this trickle-down economics, which is just a fairy tale. The other problem is housing. Most people can't get a house. There are more houses per head now in the UK than at any time since the end of World War II. And sure, there was a lot of bombing and houses were destroyed, but we've come past that. House building was massive in the 50s and 60s because the government was doing it. From about the 70s as well. In the 80s, private property developers took over and it slowed down, but there are still more houses per head than at any other time. Now, the government, according to neoliberalism, should just leave people alone. Their job should simply be to make sure, like I said, that the people who aren't too lazy to go out and make money can make as much as possible. But actually, under neoliberalism, and we'll see why this happens in other chapters as well, the government becomes more and more interfering, but it interferes with the lives of the non-wealthy, takes away your freedoms, takes away your rights to protest, takes away things like rights for renters, etc., etc. Because guess who are the landlords? It's the very rich that neoliberalism helps. Okay, and this isn't from the book, by the way, Invisible Doctrine. But if you watch speeches from conservative ministers from the 60s and 70s, when the economy was booming, by the way, their positions on housing and rent are quite left of, say, Corbyn. All right, but neoliberalism has changed all of that. So what do you think? Is it all your fault? Are you lazy and feckless? Are you stupid? Or is something wrong with the system? Because neoliberalism thinks otherwise. Keep watching.